From Hollywood, The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Tommy Newsom and the NBC Orchestra inviting you to join Johnny and his guests, Charles Nelson Reilly, baseball's Bob Uecker, and Rodney Dangerfield. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
All right, now. Pull over. You know how fast you were applauding? Usually we get ticker tape on Friday night, but I suppose you're not in the mood. How are you? I'm Johnny Carson, the Ronald Reagan of comedy. The monologue is on the mend. I see laughs at the end of the tunnel. And Joan Rivers is right around the corner. Mr. Excitement, Tommy Newsom, ladies and gentlemen, in front of our orchestra tonight. How are you, Tom? Wonderful musician, personality-wise. How can I put it? Tommy's personalized stationery is blank. Anyway, it's Friday night, and a lot of you are out for a good time tonight, right? Well, we'll let you go do that as soon as we finish here. While you're here in Burbank, we have a lot of famous people here. I've mentioned this gentleman before. I guess our most prominent citizen in Burbank is the famous inventor, Dr. Leopold Fechner. Yeah. Now, Fechner's new invention can be seen on cable TV. It's the pocket bamboo steamer. It's a real time saver. On the way home from work, you can deep fry tempura in your pants. Tomorrow, February the 12th, Abraham Lincoln's birthday, right? And how do we honor our greatest president? By running a sale on pillowcases at Bullock's. You all know Abraham Lincoln. He's the only world leader that Robert Mitchum has not met. I looked up a few historical notes about Lincoln. Did you know that Lincoln suffered from severe depression and had headaches most of his life? How many of you knew that? Seriously, I'm not making it up. Had severe headaches. That's why he wore that high stove top pipe, that stove pipe top, stove top, hot stove pipe, boom. That high stove top, what am I trying to say? What? Stove pipe hat. Why can't I say that? He used to keep that full of homemade ice cream. Ronald Reagan has great respect and admires Abraham Lincoln. He has always had the highest regard for Lincoln's eloquence and oratory ever since Reagan served as the announcer at the Lincoln-Douglas debates. Okay, you're entitled. You're entitled, you got in free, you're getting just what you paid for. Oh, yeah, let's get off Lincoln. Get away from Lincoln. Two jokes from Lincoln, bang. How about Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Monday is Valentine's Day. I understand Ronnie sent Nancy a Whitman sampler. And Nancy sent Ron a box of Bill Blast chocolates. Sure, easy. Easy for you, just hit the horn and that's it. Now, to show compassion for the 11 million unemployed on Valentine's Day, Reagan just ordered the government to give out heart-shaped cheese. When I get close, would you yell out? I always wax nostalgic
Oh, really?
On a day like this, yes. And Valentine's Day, I hark back to my youth on the plains of Nebraska. Do you ever remember your very first girlfriend?
Yes.
I remember mine. Rhonda Roundheels. Rhonda was a little, I guess, fast, we used to say in those days. If you had a date with Rhonda, you didn't need a car. She always showed up with the back seat of a Buick strapped to her back. Well, let's see. Winds of War is still on?
Yeah.
You been following that?
Yeah.
Well, I want to tell you, they play fast and loose with history on that show. In tonight's episode, Peter Graves unites with the Mission Impossible team to crush the Third Reich. And Sunday, they realistically recreate the bombing of Pearl Harbor with sunken boats, wreckage, destroyed homes. That was filmed last week in Malibu. I've been following the Winds of War. Yes, I have. And technically, it deserves high praise, especially the makeup department. It is not easy painting open eyes on Robert Mitchum's lids. That is very good. Did you see the last issue? The last installment of Winds of War? A lot of sex in that. Pug was having an affair with Victoria, right? His wife, Rhoda, went to bed with Palmer. Natalie slept with Byron. Hitler called Eva Braun, told her to dress up like a chicken. The character of Hitler is really... Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I guess I can divulge the identity of the actor. That's Howard Cosell with his toupee on backwards. I know it's cruel, but that's what I get paid for. You should be glad you're not back east.
Oh.
They have already... In New York, they have almost a foot of snow.
Right.
Washington, D.C., the government has come to a stop. That's redundant, isn't it?
Yeah.
About 18 inches of snow in Washington so far. And they say dogs were crowded around the tip of the Washington Monument. And in New York, it was so bad that the fellow came up to a policeman standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
The snow was about up to here on the policeman. The guy says, I feel sorry for you out here in this weather. And the cop says, you ought to feel sorry for my horse. They didn't get the racehorse back that was stolen, right?
Not yet.
An $18 million horse. What's the name? Anybody know the name of the horse they kidnapped? Shergar. Yeah, apparently it's all right. The kidnapper sent a note to the owner of the horse, showed the horse tied to a chair watching Benny Hill. This monologue kind of rambles tonight, but it's Friday, and there was a recent study made at Baylor College of Medicine, and according to some studies they made there, drinking 3 beers a day is better for your heart than jogging. Now, I don't know. I know Ed has the heart of a 20-year-old. His liver passed away in 1954. You believe that at all? Sounds strange. Anyway, we got a great show. You sound in a good mood. Later on, Ronald Reagan Jr. Will be out here to tell us that his father is retraining his toes for other skills. He was a dancer, you see. We have with us tonight Charles Nelson Reilly, a very funny man. Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker. And extra added attraction, Rodney Dangerfield. We'll be back. There you go. Tommy, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Somebody will be able to come up with a song you guys don't know.
Right.
We got some good prizes tonight? Okay, anybody have a song? Okay, we'll start here. Mind standing up? You are?
I'm Becky Reed.
Becky Reed. Where are you from, Becky?
I'm a graduate student at UCLA.
Are you? What are you going to do now when you get out? Oh, something you can't mention? Is it an illicit business of some kind or what?
No, it's just pretty bad for the humanities right now.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. What was your major?
Renaissance history.
You're going to be in trouble. You don't really pick up the Times in the morning and saying, looking for Renaissance history majors? Well, suppose you can't get a job doing that.
Oh, I'll have to think of something else.
No, I'm not going to suggest anything. What's the name of the song, Becky?
Don't tell me I'm just a housewife.
All right. Don't tell me I'm just a housewife.
Do you know that? Don't.
Written by the
I
ERA,
know that.
probably.
Don't tell me that I'm
just a housewife for you.
girl.
That's not going to cut it. It's no good, right? Okay. Can you do a few bars of that?
Don't tell me I'm just a housewife, or baby, if you do. Oh, don't tell me that I can't be as creative a person as you.
Okay. I'll buy that. Okay. We have... No, I wish you good luck when you get out of school. Dinner for 4 at Hatsuhana Restaurant. Right here in Encino. Well, not right here. It's just up the block a couple of miles. Okay, thank you. Anybody else have one? Okay. You are?
My name is Bob Hardaway.
Hi, Bob. How are you? Hey, Bob Hardaway.
Not the sax player, the guitar player.
Oh, nice mustache.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. What do you do, Bob?
I'm a classical guitarist.
Aha. You guys knew, right? Where do you play?
I've just produced my second album, so I'm busy trying to get that published.
Anything in sight?
Well, I do have a couple of...
You fellas seem to be acquainted with this gentleman, right?
No, we remember the mustache, though.
I wish you luck with it.
Thank you.
Don't let these fellas bother you. What's the name of the song?
My song is called Request. Does the band know it?
Request.
Request. We don't take requests, I'm sorry.
What was that?
We don't take requests.
The request has been turned down. Okay, Bob, you're on your own.
It's a rap song.
Okay.
Bless me now with all good fate and not my demise. Allow me the freedom to be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Guide me now to reach the world with the music that I play.
Yeah.
And please make it happen every day.
Aha! With choreography. Okay, Robert. Dinner for 4 at the Flying Jib Cafe and Restaurant. Go up there and fly your jib tonight. I don't know what that means.
Thank you, Mr. Carson.
Thank you, Bob. Good luck. You? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Easy. Don't scare this child. It's all right, my dear. You're with me. Your name is?
Carol Casey.
Carol Casey. And where are you from, Carol?
Right now I live in West Hollywood. I'm originally from Ohio, Cleveland.
Ah. What do you do?
I'm an actress.
Are you really? Well, what have you acted in? Anything we might have seen you in?
A couple NBC shows.
Well, that's something we might have seen. I'm just teasing the network. What NBC shows NBC shows were there?
Chips and Real People.
Really?
Right.
So are you making a living at this, all right?
So far.
So far. Okay. What's the name of the song?
It's called the Woolly Bear Song.
The woolly bear.
That's what she said. No, the Woolly Bear song.
Do you know that, Tommy?
Oh, well, let me see if I have any volunteers.
That takes care of that. Thank you very much, fellas. Can we have a few bars of the Woolly Bear song?
Old Man Winter is coming soon. Folks wonder what he's gonna do. Is he gonna turn us white? Is he gonna turn us blue? No one knows, just Woolly, me, and you.
Not too good, but we'll pay off on that. What do we got here? Dinner for 4 at Antonio's Restaurant. Hey, thank you, Don. Good luck. We got time for one more? Anybody else? Better go. The gentleman here. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And who are you, by the way?
I'm Howard Caldwell from Farmdale, Pennsylvania.
What do you do back? Do you know those riffraff up there?
No, sir.
What do you do back in Pennsylvania?
I work for a steel fabrication firm.
Do you really? Business is, how's it doing right now?
Not too good.
Not too good. You out here on vacation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's the song, Howard?
The Bum Song.
The Bum?
Bums.
You guys ought to know that.
The bum bum.
Nothing. They don't know anything tonight. You do a little... Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Can you do a little bit of that?
A little bit, yes. Come all ye jolly jokers and listen while I hum the story I relate to you, the great American bum. They come from north and south and east like swarms of bees they come. They live in the dirt and wear the shirt that's dirty and full of crumb. Waiting in the freight yard while waiting for a freight. Waiting for an eastbound freight to think it's all in vain.
You have pretty good range there, Howard, in your voice. Okay. Dinner for four at the Beef and Barrel in Northridge. We'll take it. Thank you. Thanks for being with us. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a minute with Charles Nelson Reilly, Bob Uecker, Rodney Dangerfield. We have returned. Thank you, Tom. My first guest tonight. He's a good friend and a very talented gentleman. He acts, directs. He just finished directing the opera The Magic Flute in Palm Beach, Florida. Charles Nelson Reilly. You look extraordinarily handsome tonight.
Thank you. That's what your producer said.
You do, though. I did not know you were wearing evening wear.
I always do when I come here.
But I think it gives the show a certain
Thank you.
panache.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, well, you're welcome.
Waiting in the freight yard, waiting for the freight. You see, you always have to listen.
Are you doing Mr. Caldwell's song?
Right. I mean, I might do an album, and I might open with that. Waiting for the freight. How are you?
Well, if you do a country western song, the first thing you got to get in is either freight yards, railroad, jail, and coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you can get those, and then maybe a dog.
Get a dog.
Just got out of jail with my dog walking down the track, having a cup of coffee. Get those in immediately.
Yeah.
Then you go to the unrequited
In other words,
love.
get rid of the corsage. Is that what you're
No,
telling
I
me?
like corsage is very nice. That is nice.
How have you been? You were wonderful with Betty Davis. That was
Wasn't
wonderful.
she? No, Miss Davis.
Wonderful.
Betty Davis called me about a half an hour ago.
That's nice.
Just to say thank you. She was on last
She's
Wednesday.
wonderful.
She was absolutely wonderful. And she called to say what a nice time she had. I thought that was
Yeah,
very
she
nice
was
of her. Anyway, you just
I'm
dressed
okay.
for here, or are you
interesting,
going out
huh?
tonight? Are you going out tonight?
It's Mr. Burt Reynolds' birthday, so I think I might be going out tonight. Today's
Oh,
his
I
birthday.
didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Bert having a party or something?
No, no, and really not.
No, it's all right. That's all right.
I'm going to change into something old and sloppy and go. No, you know what I mean.
Go where?
Oh, I don't know.
What you're saying, you were invited?
No,
to...
I wasn't invited. I'm just going to deliver the present.
Oh, sure. That's all right.
You know what I mean? I'm fine. But I'll call now and cancel it.
You know, we have talked...
No, it is his birthday.
That's good. Happy birthday, Bert. My gift will be sent by a parcel post. You know, we've talked about your career. You've had a remarkable career on the stage.
Yes.
You've done a lot of motion pictures, but your television career
Has not been doing too well.
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't
No.
going to say that. You've had more success in the other.
Well, it's funny. Like we just, like everything is tinged with danger in my life. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like the opera was wonderful in Palm Beach, except it's in a West Palm Beach auditorium, was where they do the opera, and it was beautiful. Singers are wonderful, but it was there. There was the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey was there for 2 weeks, 2 days before the opera. And somehow the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus never quite leaves an arena for a few days after it appears. You know what I mean? So the soprano had right away a lot of phlegm, amongst other things.
Because there's a lot of hay.
Well, there's a lot of hay and there's a lot of other stuff in the atmosphere. You know what I mean? So everything was fine toward the end of the run. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's very difficult to do an opera when the elephants have just left. You know what I mean? Now, you're talking about my television career. If she doesn't know this, but it's part of Renaissance history, my early television career.
What's the first thing you ever did?
The first thing I did on television, thank you, Johnny, for asking. The first thing was, I was a regular Coach Conklin. Now, if you hear a name, you might remember that I played, don't be afraid to applaud.
Coach Conklin.
Coach Conklin.
Was this in camp? Something started
Well,
with
it was
camp?
campy, yes, I'll give you that. But, no, it wasn't in camp.
I see.
Coach Conklin, and thank you everyone for remembering, was the coach
Let's play trivia.
No, this is beyond trivia. This is pathetic. I mean, if you want to play pathetic...
Give me another clue and see if I can guess the name of the television show.
Okay.
Coach Conklin.
I love you. You're sweet to go through this.
All right, Coach Conklin, I don't remember.
Well, either does anybody else.
Well, give me another clue.
Okay, the star played a dual role. Give me a drum roll on that. The star played a dual role.
I don't have it yet. Give me another clue.
The star was under 15. See, that's how Bob did it. The third song tonight, see how Bob cut off the orchestra?
I don't know. What was the show?
The Patty Duke Show. Well, wouldn't you wear black in these appearances? Accusing me of going out. I'm in mourning for my career. Moving on to my next show.
But everybody has had shows that didn't work out.
All of them?
Oh.
No. Then the next... Oh, it's fun, though. It's lovely. But what I'm trying to say is I warn people now when they call me, like Aaron Spelling recently offered me a big seven-figure. 7 figures.
7 figures?
Yes, and I said no, because why put this poor man and his family off the networks altogether? You see, what happens is, I was on The Ghost of Mrs. Muir, which was a nice show.
Yes, it was.
We were dropped by the first year by one network and picked up by the next. You remember that?
That was Hope,
you were talking
Hope
about
Lang,
that,
wasn't it?
Yeah, and Edward Mull here. They're wonderful and Rita Shaw. But the point of the matter is, toward the end of the second year, they needed to goose the show for the third year.
Right.
So at that time, the biggest hit was The Flying Nun. So they said, let's fly Charles. Okay?
Yes.
Now, Charles had been flying for years, but someone came up with the idea, let's fly Charles. So they brought this man from England, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Coach Conklin had the first game on the show, and it went right off the air. The Patty Duke Show. After that, they went play ball, and it went right out in the alley. But anyway, then the guy came from England and put me on a 6-wire, number 6 wire.
Is that a good wire?
Well, for your first wire, you take it. You know, I'll take a 6. Sure. And I'm hanging over the house, Gull Cottage, which is the name of the place, and I was supposed to fly in through whatever the room, the attic, come down the stairs, fly through the door, and fly into the convertible, like that. So they rigged it up for me to fly with a 6-wire. Now, I'm hanging over the house on a 6-wire, and the man's flown everybody. You know, Mary Martin, Sandy Duncan. So I said to him, hanging over the house on a 6-wire, I think we'd better go with an 8. You know what I mean? I felt it was not going to hold. He says, we've never lost anyone yet. So it started, they said, action.
With a 6, with a 6.
With a 6. Mm-hmm. And I started to go down the thing, and it broke. And I fell through the house, down the stairs, and out the door. And I looked, and they were worried because, you know, a lawsuit.
Yes.
And I looked up, and I said, I told you we should have gone with the 8. Then, that went right off the air. The minute I flew, that flew right off the network. Right. Then the next one was a wonderful series called Arnie. One of the few series that never went into rerun. Now, Arnie...
Who was that with?
You realize this is my last appearance?
No.
No, everything is... All right. This is only the beginning. It gets better. Arnie was with Herschel Bernardi and Sue Ann Langdon.
Now I remember, yes.
And me. I played the Giddy-Ap Gourmet. We were sued by the Galloping Gourmet.
Graham Kerr.
Right. And not only did I go off the air, but so did he. So that was
Galloped off at the same time.
Same time, finished. Ended Arnie.
I have to do a commercial.
In the middle of this exciting story?
It'll give you time to regroup.
Okay, I don't have to regroup. It's carved in my heart, Johnny.
Talk
but
about
you
some
go
of your
right
big
ahead.
successes.
Then
We'll
I'm
do
going
this.
on to the next
We'll
one.
be right back, folks. Continuing along with the saga, Charles Nelson Reilly, Rodney Dangerfield is here, Bob Uecker. Okay, so those shows went off. Now, commercials. You had some commercials that were fairly popular, but kind of did not turn out.
My first job in a commercial, I was a hand model, because I had beautiful hands years ago.
Yes.
And it was for Maxwell House
Did
Coffee.
your hands get a certain age and you're out of the business, or what?
I was out the first night. What happened
Tell them
was...
what you mean by hand.
A hand
only
model
the
is
hands
just
are
a hand, but it was live then. It was at Leader Krantz Hall. Remember that?
Yeah. Did they sponsor the Patty Duke show?
Huh?
Oh.
No.
That's where you see the hand on the camera either pointing or something or opening a package.
Yeah, but just a hand, like the hand does this.
Right.
You see, I think I'm going to go to Farmdale, Pennsylvania. I mean, you know. So anyway, I had to stir the coffee.
And all they saw was your
All
hand.
they saw was the hand.
Does that pay well?
Well, in those days, yes,
I don't know.
because you know the Cushman's spaghetti was 7 cents, a little thing. This is 35 years ago.
Right.
And my hands were so beautiful then. But anyway, I would stir the coffee. I would stir the coffee, and I couldn't see. I couldn't afford glasses. I couldn't see. So I had to lean in a little too much, and my glasses fell right off into the coffee.
So that took care
That
of
was the end of the coffee period.
Weren't you
of my career.
Dr. Fresca at one time?
Hold it.
What? I'm sorry. Am I
Not
getting...
Dr. Fresca. I did 2 other doctors. I was Daddy Fresca.
Daddy Fresca.
Thank you. Daddy Fresca was... Remember when Fresca started, how it snowed?
Yes.
I was going to be the Fresca father.
Yeah.
And I had the Fresca mother, the Fresca daughter, and the Fresca son.
Right.
And we went to New Jersey to film the very first... Thank you. The very first Fresca commercial.
How exciting.
I thank you. It's so moving to even think about it now.
What happened?
Well, good question.
Yeah.
You have a show like this. We went to the New Jersey to some woman's home who was stupid enough to say, yes, you may do the
Fresca commercial in my home.
first Fresca commercial in my home. It is still snowing there, and it's 14 years ago. That woman has got to get the snow out of the closet, and snow was under my watch.
You had this artificial snow and all
You
that.
know how it used to snow? That was the end of the Fresca fog. Moving right on to Hudson paper napkins.
Now, how could you mess up Hudson paper napkins?
Someone had an idea on Madison Avenue that I would be wonderful, because I was so unforgettable as the Fresca father, to get hit in the face with a pie. So that if I got hit in the face with a red pie, I would pick up a...
Red napkin.
Good. A lemon pie, a yellow napkin. This is excellent. A blue pie.
A blue napkin, right.
I sat there from 7 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night, getting hit with every color in the rainbow and having a wash in between.
Right.
Now, that's okay until about 1:30, when the pies begin to harden under the light. Then they're hitting me with cement right in my face. So then I left the Hudson paper napkin account.
Yes.
And I went to what I thought was, because I'll cut it short, because
Yes.
it's been such a glorious career, Ed. The problem is I ended up with what I thought would be my entity. What's that word? An entity.
An
Annuity.
An annuity.
Well, I didn't have a governess. They said to me, you will be... I can hear it now. It was on Madison Avenue. This is a goodie.
Okay, move this along.
You will be the voice of Jell-O for our new campaign.
The voice of Jell-O.
Yes.
Very good. Now,
I was going to be the Jell-O. Then they fired me after the first 2 commercials.
why?
Because I didn't have the right image. They wanted someone who was able to tell about the locked-in flavor of the fruit. And I was fired because I didn't have the right image.
Okay.
I said, are you kidding? I got furious. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
We'll be right back.
Stay where you are.
We have not seen this gentleman for a long time. I don't know where he's been. Mr. Rodney Dangerfield. What a crowd. What a crowd.
I'll tell you. My God, thank you so much.
I forgot to mention.
No, I'll tell you, Johnny, I have been so popular since I owed money, you know?
Yeah.
You look great. You look great. You look like you fell off a wedding cake, you know, but it's all right.
I forgot to plug. It has a plug here for a new movie you have coming out.
Yeah, I
Called
did.
Easy Money.
That's right.
Yeah. Is that a good picture?
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know. Have you seen it?
I saw a few things here and I couldn't take it. I had to run out, you know?
Yeah.
That's all. I played a part of a guy named Monty Capoletti who lives in Staten Island, and he has, I'll think of something funny tomorrow when there's no one around.
That's right.
I do. And,
It was nice of you to
let's
drop.
see what happens. I'm just out here doing a light beer commercial, you know, so I just,
You've been doing a lot of
dropped
films,
in.
commercials, and everything.
Yeah, I'm busy, you know, but there's always problems. Everyone has problems, you know.
What kind of problems?
Yeah, I got a big real problem. I can't find any.
Oh, I didn't.
Always problems. I mean, nothing works out. You kidding, Johnny? I made love to an inflatable girl. Now I got an inflatable guy looking for me. You still ask me up, you know that?
What?
I got a nerve. Now, I think it's going all right. I mean, I'm still looking for love. Love, deep love I'm looking
Big
for,
problem,
you know?
huh?
I meet the wrong girls. Girls, I meet them like a father figure. They keep asking me for money. Now, I think it's all right, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if I meet a woman my age, I can't get sexy with her, you know?
Uh-huh.
I find women my age have been tremendously affected by gravity.
You got to go out of town.
Am I too deep, or what is it?
You got to take them on the road.
No, I'll tell you, I'm not as sexy as I was years ago. I'm getting older. As a kid, I was always sexy.
Yeah.
I met my wife. I wanted sex in the worst way, and I got it. But the whole thing is how you feel, right?
Your health.
Health, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. In fact, I saw my doctor last week, Dr. Boombachi. You know my
Oh, is
doctor,
he?
don't you? I asked him if my heart was strong enough for sex. He told me not if I join in. And, no laughs, just cute stuff. That's all I do. That's the way I operate, you know what I mean? And,
That's right. This is just a drop-in. This
that's,
isn't an official guest shot.
Well, to me, everything is important, Johnny.
Yeah.
You know that. Sure, just health is what is... Of course, I'm getting old. Well, when I bend down to tie my shoes, I try to think of other things to do while I'm down there. And I guess I should run along.
No, don't run off.
No, I do have so many important things to do.
What?
I got nothing to do. I think I'll go out and hang outside the ladies' room for a while. Hey, honey, you know me, you know? And, well, I have to be in Chicago at February 26th on Saturday night there. I'm working the auditorium theater, so I should run along, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's 2 weeks away, though.
That's right. What are you gonna...
Maybe I won't make all the lights.
How are you gonna... That's right. How are you gonna kill 2 weeks?
Right. And, maybe I'll get some respect in Chicago. Who knows, you know? Because I don't get no respect at all. You know that. I mean, I told my wife, let's make love like the old days. She asked me for $20.
Where'd you meet your wife?
Where I meet my wife?
Where'd you meet your
At a
wife?
bus stop.
Really?
I'm not married, you know.
I didn't know that.
I was married.
Ah.
And it was one of those things. My wife said I do, but not with him. And
Did you have any happy moments at all?
any happy moments?
That's what I said.
Once in 1958, I remember. I have a new problem. How to get off.
How about good night?
I got no finish, no beginning, and a week in the middle, so it's rough for me, you know what I mean? But anyway, I just dropped in to say hello to
I know.
friends and
You
everything
really
else.
called and said you hadn't been on the show for so long. You just wanted to come by and say hi.
Yeah.
Because we've missed you here.
Really?
Yes.
Gee,
You
it's
see?
all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
Say good night, Rodney.
no.
Thanks for coming.
I don't know how to get off. Mr. Baseball is here. In just a moment, we'll do this first and be right back. Thank you. There is a tradition, as you know, in professional sports that the road to fame and fortune is only open to the high achievers, the truly talented. This is normally the rule. And then there's Bob Uecker, who proved that throughout his career that the rules were made to be broken. He is, of course, the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers and a participant in a famous series of beer commercials. Would you welcome, as we call him fondly, Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker. Good to see you.
Good to be here.
Been a number of months.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, John.
Good.
Super. Bouncing back a little bit after tough news.
Were you
about 3 weeks
ill or
ago
something?
Again. No, it's that Hall of Fame syndrome again.
No, I didn't. I follow baseball to a certain extent, but I didn't realize what happened.
Well, they had, about a month ago, they had
An induction of new other players?
Hall of Fame voting again, and...
And?
No.
Do they call you for that, or?
Well, normally they do, yeah, and...
we wouldn't really
sit
know, I
around
guess,
and,
how
no, you
you
don't.
receive the
The
news.
call comes from New York City, and I went up there about a month and a half before the balloting came out, and hung around Cooperstown and dropped a few gum cards in the halls and stuff, and nothing.
No calls.
No call, and
Does that make you depressed to a certain extent? Or?
I'm aggravated. Brooks Robinson and Juan Marichal are the latest inductees, and
Well, I mean,
hell, I had a hit off of Juan Marichal. I mean, how could they put him in?
you hit him once, huh?
I got a hit off of Juan Marichal, and here he's in. I mean, how could they put that guy in after what I did?
I suppose they have their own standards.
Well, they got their own rules, and as I said, it's been a...
How about Brooks Robinson now?
Well, Brooks is super. I mean, he made it on defense.
Right.
I didn't have a lot of offense. Not much defense either. But,
Right. How do they really decide on these? Do they have...
Well, they have a panel of writers, Johnny,
Right.
that vote, and the thing that's hurt me, a lot of these guys never saw me play.
that would create...
And I think it's a problem. As I said before, I'm aggravated. I was down, really terribly down.
Right.
And in New York one night, sitting in a barn, trying to drown my sorrows, and I run into a nice little lady, a Smurf, a human Smurf. And I've been hanging around with her for a couple of weeks now. She's about that big. And I've been having a lot of fun with her.
Yeah.
We took her into Studio 54, and you get a bad back bending over dancing all night. And, but she's
Really tiny.
She's real small. She's real short. Like she ride in the car, put the door in the glove compartment down. She sits up there where she can look out see out the window. And her, along with a friend of hers in New York, a fellow by the name of Julie Hertling, wanted to start a little film company for myself to. I'm starting to get into a thing doing used underwear commercials. Not used. I mean, like seconds. There's another baseball player who's been doing undergarment commercials.
Jim Palmer.
Jimmy Palmer, yeah.
Yeah.
And
don't you get any offers at all?
well, I get like he gets so many, he discards them, and those that
You get the factory second underwear type of thing.
And it was going to turn into a pretty good thing for me, and took her to Florida with me last week for the Superstar show.
Oh, this tiny...
Yeah, the Smurf lady, and she wanted to learn how to ride a surfboard, so I got a little portable ironing board for her and put a couple pieces of sandpaper on it, and she's out having a good time in a gull got her, and that's the last I saw her.
Well, tragedy can strike.
Well, you know, I said down one week, up the next. Here I'm
course,
down again.
yeah.
You know, and
You're out here now doing some of those beer commercials.
yeah, I worked all week with Rodney
Yeah.
doing a light commercial, and it's going to be a good one. It's the alumni commercial. You know, 26 guys out here, Hall of Fame football players, baseball players, hockey players, and we did the filming over in Encino at a softball field over there. It's the Les filling against the Great Tasters.
Right.
And it's been a great week. Rodney took a lot of heat this week from those guys. You know, he does a heck of a job, though. He really does. He came in the ballgame. He's the pitcher, and he really took a ripping. He really did. But it's going to be a great commercial. It was a lot of fun working out here this week.
You get now, is that the only commercial that you've been offered?
Well, you know, the ones I'd done previously, the Northern Tissue, that's quite a while ago. That's when I was playing.
How long you been out of baseball now? You look in pretty good shape. Like you could still get out
Looks
there?
are deceiving, Johnny. You know, I probably weigh maybe 4 or 5 pounds over my playing weight. I never played that much anyway. You know, you maintain a weight. I've told you this before. Playing is easy. To stick around for as long as I did is a much greater tribute to an athlete than those guys that go out there and hit their 300 every year.
Just to show up and be there.
Like I said, we've had a lot of fun. You got some favorites out here. Deacon Jones, great Rams player.
Oh, yeah.
Is in the commercial. Matter of fact, Deacon's in the limousine business out here now, I guess.
Yeah.
Deacon Jones, Jumpstart Limousines. Wet bar in the back when it rains.
Yeah. All that kind of
I've
stuff.
never been in a Pinto limousine. They're great.
When do you get into spring training now?
Next week.
Baseball season's already?
Yep. Coming up, I know the Brewers go to camp, I believe, the 16th of February.
Yeah.
In Sun City, Arizona. One of my favorite spots, you know that.
Is there a lot to do down there?
About what we're doing back here.
Just standing back on the
backstage, yeah. No, Sun City's a nice place, a great retirement community.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
And it's a great place to train. You know, there's nothing to do there besides playing baseball. It's a good spot for the players, and as I said, it's a nice place to retire. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd see you in Sun City at any time.
No,
no, it's a beautiful place. I like it out there. You've been out there, haven't you?
I've passed through there. Well, yes. I haven't stayed there.
Didn't you you never played a show out there? They got a great theater out in Sun City.
Really? I didn't know.
Bring big entertainment.
You ever played Sun City?
Ever been out there, Charlie?
No.
It's a
May I
place.
say, Rodney was here and I was here, and your story is the saddest. I mean, he's
Well,
really,
it's,
it's wonderful.
All in all. Well, it's depressing when you've been passed over year after year, but
Yeah.
there's always next year.
Yeah, but it's going to take a special vote now.
Well,
my time's
maybe
up.
we can bribe him or
I
something.
wish you were on the panel. I really
Okay,
do.
I'd vote for you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Well, good to see you again.
Good to be here, Johnny. Good
I
to see
hope
you
after the
too.
baseball season starts, you'll come back and fill us in on what's going on.
Love to.
And good luck next year.
You mean on the other thing?
Good luck next year in the Hall of
Thank
Fame.
you, pal.
Charles, thank you. Where are you headed from here? Any place in particular? Where are you headed from here? Any place?
No, not really. Nowhere.
Okay.
I mean,
You'll be able to see Charles nowhere.
nowhere.
Next on Late Night with David Letterman, meet actress Madeline Kahn and comedian George Wallace. And Larry Bud Melman reports on his singles weekend in Vermont. Be there.